long overdue. Let's talk about White Forest.
First ball.
Let's cook Garrett. What's up, guys? It's Chris from the Yu-Gi-Oh Bros, and welcome again to another episode and iteration of the local deck profiles. So in these videos, we usually just go over the deck profiles that we've seen success with or that we're trying out, and this one is long overdue. I have been playing White Forest for a while, since the release of Infinite Forbidden, so it's had good results and kind of crazy too. I won like 3 or 4 locals at this point with this deck, and I just usually bring it for fun because I just love the deck and love how it plays, and it is very powerful. And we are just about a week away from Alliance Insight, where this deck together with Mouse is just gonna blow up. It's gonna go insane. Let's move into the deck profile. All right, so to start off, we have, I would say, one of the most important names in the deck, 3OZ of the White Forest, Infinite Forbidden. Beautiful card, and I just love this card because it's one of your main starters, and like together with an engine that I have in here, which is the toy engine, it gives you just recursion on the way that this works. It adds you very important spells or traps just depending on what line you're following, and it just recycles itself on your opponent's turn. So must have 3 LZs. And then we have on the Guardian side 3 Sylvies of the White Forest. This one together with the LZ as a Mina version gives you a chance to special summon this without having to burn your normal summon. But if you ever have to normal summon, this is your best bet. You want to normal summon with this to be able to add extension on a spell or a trap there. We only do 1 Rusi of the White Forest, as it gives you the ability to draw an additional card, but I mean it's just a random one, where in the other names they allow you to add a specific card just to follow combo lines. No Stellars at this point because that requires an additional normal summon, and in some instances is very good. And at the beginning of that format, of the Infinite Forbidden format, it was believed that it was one of the best cards, but I just decided to cut it because it just became a brick in some situations. Like, I mean, sure, I had it to be able to dump it on the grave if I needed like some discard fodder, but there's better cards that can actually do that for you, and you don't really need a Stellar on this build. 2 LZ Amino of the White Forest. This card is very powerful because it has an effect that allows you to fuse. If you use it as synchro material, which is half of the basis of this deck, it adds you an additional card and it puts you plus, and it also allows you to save your normal summon. So if you reveal this, you can either special summon itself or special summon any of the other ones, or without having to burn your normal summons, like I said, you can special summon this and get its effect still. So we were running 2 of those. I've seen some lists with 1s, but 2, I feel like it's a sweet spot for sure. And last in the lineup of the White Forest and Azamina cards, we have 1 Queen. And this, I usually use it just for the Azamina fusion cards. Because if you use it off of an effect and send it to the grave, it allows you to special summon it, and it's a very strong beat stick, 25. 100 attack, 2000 defense. And the other effect that it has is that if one of your White Forest or Azamina cards destroys a card, this makes a greater impact, as well as it allows you to add one of your Sinful Spoils or Azamina cards. Let me see. It's a Sinful Spoil spell or trap card from your grave that you've already used. Just add it back to your hand. Now we do have 2 Diabell Stars, the Black Witch, which, I mean, it's also a an Azamina White Forest card, but just from the name, just keeping it separate. But we run 2 because it gives us the chance to inherit summon it by sending a card to the grave, and combined with the toy engine, that gives you extra bodies on the field as well. So this is super powerful, and it adds the Sinful Spoils, and it just works perfectly with everything. So 2 is perfect. I was running it at 3 before, but I think 2 works just fine. Because this build is about 46 cards, 46 to 48, I think. I just didn't want to go further up on the count. Now the next engine that we have is, of course, Fiendsmith. Well, it isn't touched still. It still survives. Nothing was touched in this last ban list. So we're going to max out on 3 engravers. Have a single Lacrima, 1 Lurie. Pretty self-explanatory. Fiendsmith is devastating in this card, in this deck, because it just eats hand traps for sure. And it also matches up very well with some of the synchros that you may run, either the White Forest synchros or the Azamina fusions, where they require fiends to be able to fuse, and is just an easy Chaos Angel right there that is immune to monster effects. And then on the toy engine monsters, we have a single toy soldier and a toy tank. Toy soldier searches toy box. Toy tank allows you to special summon a light, and if you are already controlling toy box, toy soldier can also search you some of the White Forest names and Lacrima from the Fiendsmith engine. Then on our hand traps, we are running 3 Nibiru. Super strong in this format, as most of the resources in all decks require you to have multiple bodies in field, and sometimes before getting to a really strong Omni Negate or a really good effect that plays around Nibiru, by that point they're already passed on 5 summons, so it's pretty good. And I mean, there's ways around it, of course, like in any and all strategies, but just know your choke points. Just know the game, know the matchup. We have 3 Ash, 3 Fuas, and that does it for this. I was running Perlius, but I mean, I just didn't want to max out, and I was just finding myself drawing them in bad situations where there were bricks already, and I usually just either side them out, and I just ended up cutting them all together. And also my friend Milton, he just stole them from me. He just has White Forest spells. We have the Tales of the White Forest. Beautiful, strong card that allows you to add a White Forest monster from your deck, and it plays perfect in conjunction with Sylvie, for example, because you can add this to your hand with that, and using it together with the LZ Azamina of the White Forest, you can special summon her to add this for free. And we have a couple of simple spoils. So we have the White Forest, and this mostly as well as discard fodder for Debtors or Hallowed to fuse. And this together with White Forest as well, return themselves and set themselves in the field if you use them to activate an effect. So pretty strong and amazing. And this one special summons a spellcaster. So basically almost all of your White Forest monsters. And it also has a fusion effect, which is great. And then we have another simple spoil, a single Deception, which searches basically everything by just attributing a monster on field. And to search Diabell Star, we have Wanted. And as we said, Diabell Star just searches you any other simple spoil. So usually the line that I follow is that I open with this, use Diabell Star, special summon on a toy to return it, and then we search Deception. And that gives us St. Azamina for free. Now, the rest of the Fiendsmith spells, we have 2 Tract. And then on the toy engine, 2 Toy Box. And the last 2 White Forest cards are the Azamina Apes and Wolves of the White Forest. This one is especially strong combined with Raciella, the Wolf Tamer, because it gives you the ability to special summon from your deck a White Forest monster, and just if you've already synchro summoned with one of the level 4s on the Guardians, you can special summon it from as a quick effect from the grave, and then special summon a 2 with this, so you go into a 6 for Raciella, which is, I'm sorry, what's for Silvera, which is awesome, because this allows you to synchro summon on your opponent's turn, and you can just book all of their monsters. So holding this face down for as long as you can is just an amazing interruption there. And last trap on Fiendsmith, we got Paradise and the 3 Imperm. Now on the extra deck, we have the Guardians and Diabell. So we have Silvera, Raciella, and Diabell, Queen of the White Forest. And those are all the synchros as far as the White Forest monsters go. And then on the Azamina monsters, we got a Saint Azamina, Murcielago, More Regina, and our Omni Negate, Ilia Sylvia. And what is special about Saint Azamina is that it just gives you so many resources on it, because it gives you the ability to special summon an Azamina monster, a fusion that is from your extra deck for free upon summoning. You can also force your opponent to get all the damage on battles that while this is in the field. And although it your monsters get destroyed, it's not a yugioh-like effect. It's still pretty good, like on the grind game. There was a situation where I wasn't playing this match, but Jared, he was using it in his Chimera deck, and he played a Raid Raptor deck, and they brought out the 4000.
Yeah.
I think the 4000 one that isn't affected by card effects. Like he couldn't do anything, but he had an LZ Azamina, and then Saint Azamina. Both put them in attack position. He was at 8000, attack for 1, attack for 2 game. So that was pretty funny. And every time you activate a Sinful Spoil while more Regina's in the field, 2 pops for free for any cards really. This adds you an Azamina card, and this one is just our Omni Negate by attributing it. Then we have can't get rid of Dragoon. Dragoon is my favorite, absolute favorite boss monster. And to get him out, we have Muddy Mud Dragon to act as Dark Magician, and our Effect Dragon that fuses as well. So easy way to get Dragoon, Omni Negate. No pops because we're not using any normal monsters, but anytime I can get Dragoon in the field, I'm always gonna go for it. Then lastly, extra deck Fiendsmith monsters. We got Desiree, Moon. You know, it's a perfect bridge on that. Sequence for the fuses, and Fiendsmith Requiem. And to end it off, a Chaos Angel. Like I said, very easy to make with Engraver and Lacrima. And you just have like so many other different combinations. You can either make it immune to battle destruction and monster effects by using one of your dark monsters and one of your Fiendsmith engine cards. So all in all, this is a very powerful deck. Like I said, we've won a number of tournaments with it already, and it's only going to get better. It's insane what Alliance Insight has in store for us. And just to close it off, let's review our side deck. We typically don't do this, but we've had several comments where they ask us to give suggestions on the side deck. And for that, pretty standard, I would say. This is gonna be kind of funny. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and he told me, hey dude, you're either the stupidest duelist in the state, or you're just the most courageous one, just to change the line, because he said something different. We're playing 1 Lancia, that's it. 3 Droll, 1 Talents, 3 Thrust, 2 Search the Talents, or Ultimate Slayer as well. Since we have our heavy on the Thrust package, it just gives us recursion and like be able to find all these engine pieces that are very good just to break boards, because I feel that's pretty strong right now. Like, I mean, you can't answer the Ultimate Slayer with monster effects, drill, free turn. Like most decks right now get hurt by draw exponentially. Our Slayer targets, we got Aggregator and the Golden Cloud Beast. Clown, neek. This one against Blue Eyes is really good because you can bounce it with Slayer, one of their synchros, and then pop the other one. An Aggregator, just an Omni Negate any cards that are face up on the field. And then this one shifts just depending on the situation by either just show up with a barrier or a Simul Archfiend. This stops Malice. Like, I mean, they in the past Link to Quarter, now Linguribo. You activate this, pass on a Linguribo, and I mean, you're just free to do everything else. And barrier, explainable. The last floodgate that we have that is pretty good in this format. But that is about it on this deck. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to just add them in the comments. And as always, just like, comment, subscribe to continue to support us. We will continue to put videos out, and we will be coming out soon with combo videos and just combo lines on either ABC, White Forest, and any other decks that you guys might want to see. But thanks for tuning in this time. Peace.